There was a time when the autumn harvest was all about potatoes and apples, but there are so many new crops and new types of existing crops that we are spoiled for choice as to what to pick, leave a bit longer, or even take a chance with crops left in the ground in case we get yet another mild winter. Raspberries now come as summer and autumn fruiting with spine-free stems and larger, sweeter fruit. It is mid-October and I still have a few poka raspberries to eat fresh, but autumn bliss fruit is past its best, though okay for freezing for use in jams and compote. Potatoes have now all been lifted, dried out and sacked up for storage in my garage. The crop weights have been outstanding, with both Amur and Sarpomira producing massive spuds. Sorting ware and salad potatoes for storage. Hopefully they will both store a long time. We are now using Lady Crystal as the main potato, as it does not store too well as young shoots want to break into growth, and our salad potato Casablanca gave us a very heavy crop of small but delicious potatoes. We are now into our 5th wet month, but with mild temperatures, so plant growth on everything has been luxuriant. Courgettes needed constant picking to keep sizes down before they looked like prized giant marrows, but still make great soup. Pumpkins continue to swell, but rampart growth needed pruning before they took over half the allotment. Harvesting will be the end of the month. The Aslan apples may have been thinned twice in summer, but still the trees are producing massive crops. The Aslan started us off with fresh apples in August, though suffered a fair bit of brown rot with the wet summer, to be followed by Discovery throughout September. A lovely early apple with a great flavor, but not so sweet this year due to lack of sunshine in these parts. Red Devil got picked early October, and again the crop was massive with some really huge apples. Fiesta and Red Falstaff are still ripening up, so won't get picked till the first few apples fall off naturally. Our cooker, Bramley, is usually the last to get picked, probably towards the end of the month, but then it is a brilliant keeper in store. Pears appeared thin on the tree, but once they ripened up and started falling, we discovered that we had quite a good crop, and again there are some massive pears. Cooking apple Bramley. Considering my pear has 5 different varieties grafted onto it over time, it has been quite difficult finding out how they are performing. Camas has no fruit, Conference just a few, and Berhardi is totally barren, but Christie has been prolific. Fruit may be a bit misshapen, but very sweet and tasty. Concord, grafted in spring, has 4 good shoots for fruiting next year or the following. I will cut down a few Berhardi branches, desperately reaching up to heaven, and graft them with another variety called Beth, which seems to do very well on city road allotments. Leeks, Swedes, parsnips, kale, sprouts, cabbage and cauliflower have all matured, so cutting can continue throughout the winter months. Beetroot is another vegetable that just loves the warm but wet weather. Roots are plentiful, and all are a good size. Leek Musselburgh, I have lifted some for storage in dry soil and boxes under cover, but still have 3 rows still growing happily on the plot. I'll keep an eye on the weather, and cover them over with soil for frost protection, or if cold weather threatens they will get lifted for storing indoors. Winter lettuce, Hild and winter hardy spring onions were planted on land cleared of onions, peas and early potatoes, and are now just about ready for picking and should last for a few months. We jobs to do this week. Geraniums have had a great year and been in flower from late spring, and although they are still putting on a show, now is the time to take cutting to ensure the display will continue next summer. Take strong young shoots and snap off at a leaf joint, making a cutting 3 to 4 inches long. Autumn raspberry poka, remove lower leaves and any flower buds and pot up into well-drained sandy compost. Keep them warm but not in the sun on a shady windowsill or greenhouse if it can have some heat over winter. They will root after a couple of months, but best leave them undisturbed till March before potting them up into small pots.